Hello everyone! My day started with very positive emotions. I came to work and found a package on my table. I received a gift from my subscriber from Moscow. I want to thank this amazing lady. She made this necklace herself. I love it. Just have a look at it. Different berries, leaves, and what is the most important, Eiffel Tower. Everybody knows that I love Paris. I know that the necklace doesn't fit this outfit, but I wanted to show it to you. The day started with such an amazing gift, and I think that it will be great. Anyway, we need to get back to sewing. This is what we are here for. This is how the skirt looks like now. I've already tried it on and detached the waistband. I removed the tacking to show you how to make pockets. Whether it's hard to make pockets or not depends just on the way you prepare them. I showed you the very simple way to make such details. This is how the pockets look like from the wrong side. I need to stitch the lining to the skirt, edge this side with an overlocker. I know that it may be complicated for you, so I'll show you how to do it. First I'll show you how to cut the lining, and then I'll show you how to make pockets. I want you to understand that every small detail is very important in sewing. First I'll cut the lining for the back. These are the front details. I've already doubled some parts with interfacing. I'll show you everything when I cut lining for the back. I think that my tutorials remind people of reality show. I show you every day of my life. I'm cutting lining for the back detail. This is the center back, this is the yoke. First I wanted to show you how to make pockets, but then I realized that I also need to show you how to cut lining. I can put the back details aside. Next I need to unfold this piece of fabric to cut lining for asymmetric front. Lay the fabric on the table face down. I put the front details on the fabric face up. The details should be pinned to each other wrong side to wrong side. Have a look here. This is the center front, and this is the center front. These are the edges of the slit. There will be darts here. Be very attentive. I want to show you what I did. I'll show you the details are doubled with interfacing. The fly front, only till the spacing seam, the slit, and the pocket opening. This piece is just 7 mm wide. It's very important to double it. I did the same thing with the other detail. Pocket opening, fly front, slit. It will be much easier to work with the skirt now. Next I need to pin the details to the fabric wrong side to wrong side. Have a look here. Fold the detail 1 cm further from the spacing seam. This is how the lining should be cut. Do the same thing with the slit. Don't cut any extra details. You will just have to cut them later. I'm so happy that you like the series about dresses with dolman sleeves. I know that the technique for sewing such amazing dresses without special patterns is very useful. It enables people who are not good with patterns look different and beautiful too. I'm cutting the lining for the front. The lining is ready. All the needed details are doubled. Let's start making pockets. I showed you how to make these details. There are some very complicated techniques for sewing pockets. I don't like them. I'm showing you the most simple way to do it. This is the pocket bag, and this is the underlay piece. This is going to be a pocket opening. First, I need to edge this detail with an overlocker. Before making pockets, I need to stitch and iron the darts. I pinned the darts instead of tacking. You can see the stitching line. I'll move on to the pockets only when I stitch and iron the darts. Let's go to a sewing machine. I need to stitch the darts, and I also need to stitch this side to the lining. After that, I will show you what to do next. Be very careful when stitching round details. If you prepare all the details accurately, you won't have any problems when sewing. I'm stitching the darts. Next, I need to go to an ironing desk to iron the darts and the underlay pieces. The darts are ready. Have a look at them from the right side. Amazing. It's very easy to iron 100% natural cotton. The underlay pieces also look pretty good after ironing. Let's fold this detail in half and press it. Do the same thing with the second detail. I love simple techniques. Let's go back to the sewing machine. This is how the pockets look like now. We've already pressed it this way. We need to stitch these details to each other face to face. First we'll stitch the details, then iron the seam, and then top stitch it. I remind you that the width of the seam should be 7 mm. Do not forget to trim the edge. Next, I need to stitch the lining to the seam. The width of the seam should be 1 mm. I want you to understand that it's not hard to make pockets. You just need to prepare all the details accurately. In this case, you won't have any problems. I'm stitching the lining to the seam. After that, I'll iron the seam. Let's go to the ironing desk. I'll make the second pocket off the camera. Iron the details in such way that the seam is on the wrong side. That's not enough. The seam doesn't allow us doing what we need to. In this case, we need to make a couple of notches on the seam. I recommend you stitching the seam before ironing it. Next, we need to top stitch the pocket. We decided to tack the lining to the skirt this way before top stitching it. We don't want the lining to move. I remind you that we usually top stitch the details with strong threads. It's hard to make small knots of such threads, so start stitching right away. I'll show you how to fix the thread later. The width of the seam is 1 mm. Such double top stitching reminds me of jeans style. I can't wait to try the skirt on. First, I wanted to make a skirt of different color, but this one looks amazing on screen. What do you think? I love the color. We ironed the seams. Next, we need to pin these details and then go to a sewing machine to stitch the seam and edge it with an overlocker. You can see that everything is very simple. We need to stitch and edge this seam. This is how the pocket looks like from the wrong side and from the right side. Have a look here. I want to stitch this part of the pocket back in the side seam. You can cut it if you don't want to do it. Make a bias cut here and edge the detail with an overlocker. I'm not going to do it. This is how my pocket's going to look like. I'll make the second pocket off the camera. That's all for today. Be different and beautiful. My name is Paukšte Irina. Guys, please subscribe to my channel, write comments, share videos, and press like and bell buttons. Thank you. Goodbye.